Do you believe a man should marry a man or a woman marry a woman? Love is love no matter what gender you are defined as. Same-sex marriage is just as humane as opposite-sex marriage. Now, many individuals discriminate the LGBT community because it's not human or normal. I asked a few of my friends some questions, and here are some of them. Do you discriminate others for their sexuality? The majority of them said no because they can love whoever they like and be themselves. And then some did say yes because of their Catholic traditions. After the Orlando attack, the LGBT community felt distant and less appreciated by others, and yet we are all the same and we should love whoever we want and we can love whoever we want. Now, if a loved one of yours was physically hurt because of who they loved, how would it make you feel? Now, they responded it would make them feel very upset and terrible and scared for them because all they were doing is loving or being with that person. But someone said, did that person deserve it? Did they do something to be physically hurt? And they just want to know the background story. Now, bullying towards an LGBT member can prevent self-esteem issues in life. And now, have you ever been bullied for any of your differences? And if so, about what and how did it make you feel? And one girl said it about her weight because she is overweight and she does have an eating problems, and so it makes her feel really terrible about herself, and she doesn't like wearing bathing suits or bikinis, and she doesn't like going out, and she doesn't like wearing leggings or tank crop tops because people do look at her a weird way. Now, bullying is hard enough, but coming out to your family is very challenging, and society should not make it even more challenging in your life for being different. Now, confused about your sexuality takes time to understand how you feel towards others. I understand being different can be hard, but what if you couldn't change something about you? What if you couldn't change your eye color, your hair color, your skin color, let alone, or who you love? Now, defining your sexuality is not the easiest for some people, as they deny it the majority of the time. The LGBT community usually avoids coming out for a while because of their living situations and how they feel. Now, do you know any people who struggled to come out because of their living situations, or they were afraid how people would react? And the majority of them talked about me, my experience, and coming out, and they mentioned how I was terrified and I denied it for so many years and I didn't agree with it and all this other stuff. So support groups, they're offered now in schools, colleges, because of the bullying and the struggles of coming out and being accepted. Now, would you support a friend who is struggling for their own sexuality? And the majority of them said yes, because they would want them to feel loved just as much as they feel loved. And some of them said no because they just don't know people who are going through tough times or who struggles with their sexuality. Now, all things considered, the LGBT community is still not accepted into the Catholic tradition. Now, do you believe one should be judged for who they love? And some of the girls said no, because you can't change who you love. And you can't change yourself. You have to be true to yourself. And then some girls said yes, because they are disowning God and they are going against Him. Now, sinning against God is wrong. And if you're going against Him, then you are not part of the Catholic tradition. Yet, what if you love someone and you also love God? And what if you want to be with that person and they're the same sex, and then God says, no, you can't be with that person, you cannot be happy? How would that make you feel? And a lot of the girls said that they would feel terrible if they couldn't be with the one that they loved, whether they are man or woman. Now, homosexuals are sinning, apparently, towards the Catholic tradition because they love who they love and they're going through the actions of committing against God. Now, the Catholic tradition believes that the natural sex partner for a man is a woman and a woman is a man. Homosexuality is wrong. If homosexuality is wrong, why are people born gay? A lot of the girls didn't know how to answer this because they just don't know and they don't understand what is all like what is the whole truth, and so they did not really have an answer for this. Now, I was born gay is not believed in the Catholic Church because they believe it is a choice. Now, do you believe being gay is a choice? Majority of them said no. They believe that if you're gay, you're gay. If you're trans, you're trans. Some of the girls did say yes because they thought you have a choice. You're not born gay, but that's what they believed. Now, God believes if you are sinning him, you are disowning him. And most people disagree with homosexuals based on who they are with because they're not following God's rules. And should someone follow the rules even if they aren't happy for the rest of their lives? A lot of the girls said no because they want you to be happy. Now, however, marriage is not acceptable towards others, and they believe homosexuals should not be able to marry, or marry trans, or any type of marriage between the LGBT community. Now, civil unions, they are able to give couples rights to couples who are truly married, and civil unions have no social security because they aren't truly married. Not everyone agrees with the new gay marriage law, and people do want it banned. Now, civil unions do show recognition when it comes to certain rights, just like marriage. And what do you believe? Should marriage be acceptable for the LGBT community? Should it not? A lot of the girls said yes because it already is accepted in society or in the law, but some did not believe it for the Catholic part or the Catholic side. Now, civil unions are more rare because the U.S. had passed the law of gay marriage. Now, marriage is very special towards the LGBT community because they felt very official, and just like everyone else, they can love whoever they want. Now, marriage is respected by the government, and it now prompts fairness and acceptance towards all people except those who agree with gay marriage. Now, at first, I was surprised about the gay marriage laws. It was very surprising, obviously. And whether you are homosexual, transgender, heterosexual, marriage should be allowed for all people and not have to be selective. Now, over the past years, many people, part of the LGBT community, have come out, and it has been easier for them than it was years ago. Do you believe the LGBT community struggles with depression and self-esteem issues? Yes. A lot of the girls said yes, they see it every day for the people they know and for the people who they see walking in a crowd who are afraid to hold hands, who are afraid to hug, who are afraid to kiss in public because they will be judged. Now, hopefully, good only comes out of this new law and no more hate towards the LGBT community will happen.